After the installation of a new pump at Richmond's water treatment plant caused an overflow of fluoride into the water system, it took 5 days until state regulators, regional stakeholders, and the public even learned about it.
We don't have to be perfect at everything, but we do have to be communicative.
Causing concern not only for city leaders, but Henrico, Chesterfield, and Hanover counties, which all rely on the city's DPU for water supply.
Anytime there's an operational issue that impacts water quality or water service, we'd like to know as soon as possible in a timely manner so we can make sure we have our operations adjusted to handle any of those issues.
Now we're learning new information about the timeline from state agencies. According to Dwayne Roadcap with the Virginia Department of Health, the city was not adding fluoride to its water from January 6th, which was the beginning of the catastrophic water crisis, through April 22nd. Last Wednesday, on April 23rd, Roadcap says the city resumed fluoridation, but stopped it that same day after increased and unknown levels of fluoride were added to the water for a period of 5 hours. Though Roadcap says the city is required to report such an issue to VDH within 24 hours, that did not happen. In fact, no one reported the incident until 5 days later. A city spokesperson now confirms an operator in charge knew about the issue on Thursday and should have been responsible for reporting it to the state and counties. On Sunday night, the Virginia Department of Emergency Management says someone who identified themselves as an employee at the city's water plant called their situational awareness unit to inform them of a potential fluoride leak. That call is what triggered notifications to VDH and the counties and subsequent testing. The city says no samples from the distribution system throughout the region exceeded the maximum contaminant level of 4.0 milligrams per liter. Some samples in Richmond did exceed a secondary maximum contaminant level of 2.0, which was considered an acute exposure. VDH maintains it did not identify any risk to public health because of that, and the city says the water is safe to drink. But Roadcap says the city's testing was done on Monday, 5 days after the incident occurred. He says the city did not take samples for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, despite starting and stopping fluoridation on that Wednesday. So that means there's no way to know what the city's fluoride levels were on those days, at least in the distribution system. However, a city spokesperson says DPU did take samples at the water treatment plant on Thursday, and those readings exceeded 2.0, but were below that 4.0 threshold. Roadcap says VDH's investigation remains ongoing, and he intends to issue the city a notice of alleged violation based off the information gathered so far. The city says DPU Director Scott Morris didn't know about the fluoride issue until Sunday night. They say they cannot comment on what accountability measures have been taken in response, citing it as a personnel matter. In Richmond, I'm Tyler Lane, CBS 6 News.